And we're live.
Yeah. What's good, people? It's your boy, Icarus Gray.
And it's your homeboy, WordPlay TJ.
And this is the No Rhyme or Reason podcast, where we talk about everything.
Everything for no reason at all.
We are busy back. We got a little music, or a little music video yesterday by the one, the only, Slim Shady.
Eminem has put out his most recent single called Houdini. It is going to be on his 12th studio album, The Death of Slim Shady, Coup de Gras, coming out this summer. We're going to listen to it. We're going to review it. We're going to talk about a lot of things, including the lyrics and the production and the themes of the song, produced by Eminem himself and Luis Resto. Let's go ahead and take a listen. That was Eminem's new single called Houdini off of his next album, The Death of Slim Shady, Coup de Gras. Number one, what do we think about the production here?
I enjoy the production as a bit of like an Easter egg to the Slim Shady era. I really think it sounds very fluid, but it also sounds grown up. What do you think?
Fluid but grown up?
Yeah.
What do you mean by that?
So it doesn't sound as like carnival wacky as the Slim Shady sounds used to be. It sounds more subdued and relaxed. Like, guess who's back again. Shady's back. Yeah, but now this is, guess who's back again. It feels more like I said, subdued versus like that wacky Slim Shady era. So it kind of invites more people in, I think, with the production.
Yeah. So for the production of this song, it does have that Easter egg effect, and lyrics throughout this song have the same Easter egg effect to it. Where I'm a little concerned or maybe thrown off is the sound of this calls back to the real Slim Shady, and it also it feels like the intro to the album.
Probably is, because I think this clearly sets the stage for what he's attempting to do, and we'll get more so into like what I think he's attempting to do and how I think he set that up on this song. I don't know. Well, I like it though. If
we don't have anything else to say about the production, let's get into themes. What is he attempting to do here?
So what he's attempting to do in these three verses is, the first verse is Slim Shady. Second verse to me is Eminem. Third verse is the combined state of where he is now, which they show in the video. Start the video where he's trying to do those lines that kind of bring stuff out of people. By the second verse, he's saying, a lot of things that he's saying is lighthearted. And then he just goes into, okay, well, now let me say some stuff that through a lens of Slim Shady stuff could probably be seen as extra, but ain't really that extra.
Yeah.
Comparatively.
And I think there's a little bit of backstory here. Apparently, Houdini passed away in Detroit at the age of 52, and Eminem's going to turn 52 this October. So there seems to be there is a bit of Easter egg here, but it's in the more of the metaphorical sense. Yeah, that he's kind of burying the double entendre or the triple entendre into this song in a very fun way. And so I think, yes, the theme is Slim Shady to traditional Eminem to a combination of them both, because he was addicted to drugs and other substances. He got clean, and at the point that he got clean, that's when people started claiming that Eminem turned into some version of himself that people don't recognize. But now he's saying, well, this has never gone away. It's just filtered through a different lens.
Yes.
There's a different megaphone in front of me. At first, I had this megaphone that has the wacky sound effects on it. And now I have the megaphone that is clearly my voice and actually me. These are all the things that I wanted to say.
Yeah.
From my perspective as I'm going to call him Bearded Eminem at this point.
Same.
I also think that this is an opportunity for us to kind of break down these 3 verses and talk about them in depth. So
let's get into this first verse, which I think I appreciated, and I called it like a masterclass of dissecting himself and then presenting to you what the experience is, especially through today. Well, look at what the stork brung. Little baby devil with the forked tongue. And in the video, it is a very creepy little baby.
Yeah.
It's just so creepy. Because that was always the assumption and the look of everything that he did. And because he always did like the rock symbol to do stuff.
And then Bad Meets Evil, that's something that is another symbolism with him and Royce the 5'9" collaborations.
So, and sticking out, like a sore thumb with a forehead that it grew horns from. And now it's kind of like Slim Shady's like, you're older, you're older, but you're stepping up in a way of like introducing yourself, is what I felt. Because he was like, still a white jerk, pulling up in a Chrysler to the Cypher with Vikes Perks and a Bud Light shirt.
Yeah, I think this, like you said, this is the retelling of who Slim Shady is.
Yeah.
And he's saying basically like, this guy still exists in me.
Yeah.
I'm still the guy that go out to the Cypher, pull up and just light MC's heads apart. You know what I mean? To the point to where, they gotta take an aspirin.
And then lastly, he ends on what I guess would be the most controversial line currently. In terms of like the response, which is, if I was to ask Megan Thee Stallion if she would collab with me, would I really have a shot at a feat? And so that's funny to me because, of course, he's playing off of her situation with Tory Lanez and getting shot in the foot and all of that, but also it's excellent wordplay to would I have a shot at getting a feature?
Yeah, but those are the lines that Slim Shady and Eminem are best at. You know what I mean? I feel like he says in this part, I don't gotta play pretend. It's you and I. It's you I make believe.
Yep.
I'm changing your perception of who I am. I'm getting you to believe in my lyricism. Like I'm being exactly who I am.
Yep.
And if I'm to go away, you're gonna have to take something. You have to fill it in with some type of supplement because the game is going to be different without me.
Again, this is the most subdued Slim Shady. So even though I saw like that there was a response to that line and like asking, does he have beef with Megan Thee Stallion, which shows to me that there are a lot of non-Eminem fans. Way more because he doesn't technically have beef with any of those people.
Why would he have beef with Meg Thee Stallion when Meg Thee Stallion is an actual MC?
It just doesn't make sense.
He's never had a problem with actual MCs.
Yeah.
Not in the sense of he has a problem with people that cross him. He doesn't have a problem with the fact that you are an MC. If you're a pretend MC, he has an issue with that.
But yeah, and I think like it was such a light jab, just a double entendre to the words, which again, like
this
I said,
is not a diss though.
No, not at all.
Which is what people are taking it.
Which again, like I said, just speaks to you not understanding Eminem because it is literally just a play on the situation and a play on words, and you don't know if they got a feature coming.
So the second verse, now getting into sort of the detox version of himself. Like what is this?
So this whole verse to me is kind of like Eminem's views on where society is today, right?
Yeah.
So we start with now back in the days of old me, right around the time when I became a dope fiend, ate some codeine as a way of coping, taste of opiates, case of OE.
Yeah.
Well, this portion here in terms of when he goes into basically the censorship cancel culture era, right? And he's talking about like, I just think that the state of being able to say what you want should not be in danger in this way. We should not be so like immediately offended by something that you don't have to take serious. And he is an artist who literally was against cancel culture. Like, if I'm going to say what I want, there was no, who's the censorship bureau people?
FCC.
Yeah. So he was definitely a person that was hugely against the FCC because of, you know, his videos and how his videos would go, what they would censor.
FCC won't let me be and let me be me. So let me see.
This verse gives me that, and it's kind of like his 52-year-old view, which is still nuts to think that he's 52. But him sitting and kind of looking at how everything is gone, right?
Yeah.
And then he starts by saying, like, I kind of started off lighthearted because I'm really just talking about the world. But I don't know when he was like, I feel like I'm targeted and how his profit is going up. I don't know how targeted he is now because I don't think
many people are paying to Eminem. And if folks know how Eminem conducts himself as a human being, he's really a recluse. Like he's and most artists are.
Yeah, it feels like Adam Sandler.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's not...
Eminem is the rap game Adam Sandler.
Yeah, because this is not Happy Gilmore days.
Right.
This is Spanglish or, you know what I'm saying?
Punch Drunk Love.
Punch Drunk Love. Like, this is that, where, like, you're stepping into a completely different era, and it's like, you know, matter of fact, it's a prime example that he's the rap Adam Sandler. Right. Because a lot of the newer Adam Sandler movies, people ain't really feeling.
Yeah, because they don't want him to be serious. Yeah. They don't want him to, like, be adventurous and do different roles and not be a freaking goofball. But, like, not everybody's the goofball 1,000% of the time.
Let's go ahead and skip down to this third verse. How do we feel about the combined efforts of him trying to be Slim Shady bearded Eminem in his third verse?
What I think about it is that ultimately this song is it's a layup.
Yes.
And it's designed for folks to like get the lyrics, be digestible, kind of hear this song in the car, so to speak, and just kind of ha 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 ha, that's funny type of thing.
Okay, yeah. Because the best line,
it is not meant to be offensive in any sort of way, but it is being authentically like Slim Shady.
The best line in this song. In the coupe, leaning back my seat, bumping R. Kelly's favorite group, the Black Guy Peas. Yeah. Listen, that's a joke, bro.
Right.
If any comedian told that joke, you're laughing 9 times out of 10. Unless you were just like offended by R. Kelly. But that joke is hilarious. Even like, I feel like even his transgender joke is like safe and funny.
I think it is. I think it is as well.
And that's the part where I'm like, yeah, this is definitely not the Slim Shady of old, but it's a Slim Shady that understands respect for people and fun. And that's where I say it's a masterwork and a master class of how do you sensationalize adulthood. You just be this. Because like it's inviting, it's fun, it brings us along on a journey of who he is, and then he just goes into, you know, these things that you know is not his actual personality when he goes through F this, Jimmy, F forget my kids, they're brats, forget myself.
I'm not that impressed with this song. I would say that it's more of a 3 out of 5 sort of situation. It would need to grow on me in order for it to be. It's not a bop. It's not something that I'm gonna play over and over again. That's why I was like, it's probably the intro to the album.
I would probably give it closer to a 4 for me.
Yeah.
Out of 5, mostly because I think it is very difficult in this day and age to grow as an artist. And Eminem is one of those artists, given the megastar that he is, where it's always been difficult, especially once he was trying to sober himself up. It's so interesting to see how he's grown through each of these eras, which is why it's a 4 for me, because I think that this tightrope of trying to be Slim Shady at 52 and like stay relevant, knowing that you can't say all of the things that you said, knowing that you have changed in a lot of different ways, you know, after in the middle of your Slim Shady era, performing with Elton John, having that relationship, showing that you actually do care about people, and the response you get, right? Presenting that in today's age, I think requires such a masterful work while also still saying stuff that apparently sets people on fire is hard to do. Is this era something that you appreciate from him?
I don't know yet. I want to hear this album.
Okay.
I don't feel like this is if this is a representation of the album, I don't want to hear the album.
What would you like more of in terms of like, is there a certain sound, aggression, or like attack you want?
I think if there was Marshall Mathers LP, if there was that vibe on this project, plus Kamikaze, then I would feel very like happy about that situation.
That's what I was kind of wondering. So I do hope that that's what we get from this album. What are y'all expecting to get from this album? Let us know down in the comments. So remember to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you can be notified for every time that we go live with this here thing. We'll see you in the next piece. A 1 and a 2 and a peace.